say the first thing you said when you walked up there? You went fishing?
It was actually a friend of mine's birthday, and we decided not to go fishing the prior night, and we'd go first thing in the morning. So when we was headed fishing, the only thing I caught was the pedophile that day, unfortunately, but it was a good catch.
How did you know who he was?
I know who he was because a friend of mine lived at the beginning of his road, and when he initially got out of prison and moved to Flagler Estates, he was notified that he was a pedophile moving on his street, and he drove me by there and showed him to me, and that's how I knew.
What did you think when you saw? Describe what you saw, I guess.
When we was going fishing, it was 6 o'clock in the morning. I heard that the one kid was missing, and he was a habitual runaway, so it wasn't like a big thing. And when I was going fishing, the only road that goes to his house, he passed at 6 o'clock in the morning, and something just felt wrong. So I just run him down and seen if there was any kids in the car. And my buddy confirmed it as I was driving, and I called it in.
Your buddy saw it?
Yeah, I asked him if there was teenagers in the truck. I said, I asked him, is there teenagers in that truck with this guy? And he was like, why? And I said, I just want to know. And we run him down to the first roundabout on US 1, and it was all lit up so we could see in the car, and there was 2 teenagers in the vehicle. So initially I called it in because he was a pedophile with 2 teenagers. And at 6 o'clock in the morning, he was going past the only road to his house. So I knew he was up to no good.
You know those 2 kids?
I know of the one 11-year-old, and then I do know the bishop because I was raised with his father. His father knew me before I was born.
Wow. What do you think he's doing with him?
I have no idea. It's a sick, twisted individual that he got a child wrapped up in his sick game, and he followed, unfortunately.
So you know his family, though? Like, what was his family saying?
I don't talk to him. It's been we don't talk no more, really. Haven't in the last quite a few years. But
yeah, a lot of people were curious about that 15-year-old and just why he was even with them.
Yeah, I don't know. You wrapped up in the wrong game and you get sucked in, I guess. It sucks for the kid. It sucks for his dad, That's his child that he lost, but what do you do?
When you hear detectives say that there's a good chance, almost 100%, that they were going to kill the little boy.
Yeah, that's...
What does that bring out to?
I'm just glad I called him. I'm glad I instead of just going fishing and minding my own business, I took a right turn and run him down, Like, I got a 16-year-old son about to be 17, and he's just glad it wasn't my son in that truck.
Even if it wasn't your son, there's boys and your dad, how hard was it for you not to go?
Yeah, it was, and that's, I told the officer, if y'all don't get here and pull him over, I'll pull him over. I had 30 miles left on fuel range, and I didn't want to lose sight because it only takes a second to turn. And once you turn, you don't know where, then you're in a goose chase for a truck. So, I waited until they got there, and if they, like I said, if y'all ain't gonna come, I'll pull him over, and it ain't gonna be pretty. You'll send more than just an officer. You'll be an ambulance and everything else. So.
Does it even click in your mind, or do you even comprehend what you did actually truly saved lives, or is it just like, I wanted that guy away from him?
Yeah, I mean, I do. So it's helped a lot. So it's uprooted a lot of kids, but they'll hopefully get fixed in time from what he's done. So
at the time, did you know you would save kids, or was it like, I'm just going to do it?
I didn't know if he had anybody in his vehicle. But when I noticed that there was alleged minors in the vehicle, I knew that I was doing, saving somebody's life. So.
Is there anything else you want to say that we didn't ask you about?
No, I think that's about it. I'm just glad he's off the street. So,
Yeah. Have you only just seen him like once before? That's
no, I've seen him. He's lived around. I've known him for probably 15 years. I've seen him around. You know, I just keep an eye. You watch them, and when they slip, you got them. I mean, it's simple as that. And he was slipping. He wasn't as crafty as he's been for the last 15 years, I suppose. You know, I don't know. Mess with the wrong kids. So.
Somebody put you in that situation.
Yeah, because I was allegedly supposed to be fishing the night before, and we just called it off and said we'll be there. I'll be here at your house at 6 o'clock, and we'll tear out. About 6:20, we got to the end of the road, and there he was. If he had turned, I probably would have never said nothing, because I would have never. He was going home, so he passed the only road to his house, and that's what got him caught.